Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football. Welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. This is your match preview for what is now Chelsea's biggest game of the season, 100%. Because we would like to think that we can try and retain this trophy, or at least attempt to retain this trophy, but it means having to go and perform a borderline miracle at this rate. We are going to have to do something special at the Bernabeu to have a chance of progressing to the semi-final. Everything's against us, results against us, and we've done that to ourselves. Not even a case of, Madrid was so special. We've literally just shot ourselves in both feet and caused the damage, and now we have to try and overturn it. So I do want to say we need to go into this game optimistic. We do need to go into this game believing. That's the most important thing. We have to believe. Now, as fans, we can have rational thoughts. We can also have irrational thoughts. We can have our own opinions. At the end of the day, that's not really what's going to win Chelsea this game or not. The players need to go into this game with belief, full belief that we are going to go onto this pitch and we are going to bring this result back. We are going to go out there and do it. They need to convince themselves before kickoff that they are going to win this game at least 2-0. We will not concede. We will score 2. We will have to take this game to extra time. Or, you know what? Let's go and score 3. We have to come off this pitch 3-0 winners. We have to. The players need to go in with that mindset. I always hear about, fans need to, fans everywhere else, aside from the game. At the game, they're going to be singing. They're going to be going crazy as they normally do. But fans can only do so much. At the end of the day, it's down to the players and whether they have it within themselves. They are the ones that have the destiny in their hands. They are the ones that can control the situation, not us. So they have to go out there with full belief. Full belief. Personally, do I think this is going to be done? I've got to be realistic here. We have to be real. This is Real Madrid. Yes, they're not the most unbeatable team on the planet, but they have quality. In order for us to get the job done, remember, we need to at least score 2 goals. On top of that, we cannot concede. We can't concede. If we concede, it's done. If we concede, it's game over. It's finished. We are not allowed to concede. We got to score twice. And only with those circumstances going in our favour does it go to extra time. We don't even have the tie done. It goes to extra time. We need 3 if we want the tie to be finished. It's a task. It's a task and a half, and it's not easy. I don't want any of you to think, yeah, we're going to go there and do it. It's going to be a piece of cake. It's really not. It's really not. Can it be done, though? Absolutely. Of course it can. If we are at our A game, if we're playing the way we should be playing, if we're defending and marking and doing the basics like we should be doing, if we're not making ridiculous individual mistakes like we did with Edouard Mendy, for example, little things like that, if we have the basics wrapped up like we normally do, or like we did last season, there's no reason why we can't go to the Bernabeu and get a result. There's no reason. At the first leg, we shot ourselves in the feet, as I told you guys. We have to make sure we don't do that again. That's it. We need to go into that game with a mentality of, we've got nothing to lose. We're 3-1 down. We got to go and take it to them. So let's take it to them. Put them to the sword. Take it to them in a way that they can't expect. And I hope, I don't think so though, I hope that they are going to be complacent. To a degree. I don't think they will, because you'd be stupid to. But sometimes this happens. It's happened with us previously where we've taken teams a little lightly. I hope they take us lightly, because I'm already hearing Real Madrid fans taking the situation lightly. I hope it reflects on the players. I don't expect it to, but I hope that there is a level of, yeah, lads, we've got this. It should be okay. It should be okay. That's when you got to strike them. That's when you have to go and get the job done. So fingers crossed we can. In terms of team news going into this, no injury concerns except for, obviously, Chilwell is still out. If we had Chilwell. Hudson-Odoi is out for a long time, it seems. Barkley apparently is unavailable. Like, that helps. I don't know. Lukaku is unavailable. Same situation, just like Barkley as far as I'm concerned. Does it really matter or not matter? I don't really know. Everyone else is fit. So we should have the team that we want to go out there and get the job done. In terms of how Chelsea approach this game, considering that we're coming on the back of a 6-0 win against Southampton, I've already heard a few people go, let's play the same team that beat Southampton. Listen, one key observation, Ruben Loftus-Cheek at right wing back. Let's be honest, you can't do that against Real Madrid. Yeah, it worked against Southampton and it worked for a reason. Yes, he was on fantastic form that day. He had a great game. In terms of the system and in terms of him cutting in and adding himself as an additional midfielder, worked like a charm. But Southampton were all over the place. Let's be real. We were 2-0 up after 16 minutes. They were shot. They were finished. They couldn't defend. I don't even think they knew the word defending. You know, Southampton on that day were poor. Yeah, poor. Beyond poor. And it could have been more if it wasn't for Forster. Forster saved how many chances? It could have easily finished about 11 or 12-0 that day. That just means we were good, but Southampton were a catastrophe. Yeah, a disaster. Real Madrid will not be that. Real Madrid are going to be at home, fans in attendance, making sure they're going to protect that 2-goal lead. But at the same time, they know that if they go and score 1, the tie is finished. We would need to score 3 to take it to extra time. That's you're asking for too much at that point. You are. You know, at that point, it becomes one of the biggest comebacks in the history of football. So, yeah, you know, you got to be real. But we need to make sure that I think we take some attributes from that Southampton game and we apply it. Talking about the starting 11, let's dive right into it. And I'm going to tell you what I think Thomas Tuchel should do tomorrow. So, to start off with, we're not playing Kepa, right? He makes one mistake, right? Doesn't mean it's the end of the world, and it doesn't mean that he's the worst goalkeeper that we've ever seen. He is still Edouard Mendy. I'm expecting a top performance from him tomorrow, and hopefully he doesn't have to do much. Fingers crossed, he's just there in between his posts, and he's just waiting for something to happen. That means Chelsea are doing everything to control the game. Hopefully so. In terms of the back 3, I do think it's going to be a back 3 or a back 5. I don't think we're going to be shifting to a back 4 for tomorrow. This is just my thoughts on what Tuchel's going to do. This is just my prediction on how he's going to approach this game. I'm going with Rudiger and Silva, without question. But who plays next to them? Christensen had a poor game against Real Madrid in the first leg. He played against Southampton and had a decent game. Then again, our entire defence had a decent game. So what do? Do you offer him that opportunity? Do you give him another chance? Are you worried he might falter in the same way he did in the first leg? Or do you think he'll perform? Personally, I think Thomas Tuchel is going to stick with him. That's my prediction. What I would do is difficult. There's a case for having to play Reece James at right centre-back, but at the same time, it would mean that you're sacrificing him at right wing-back, which is too much to do. I wouldn't do that. You can play Aspie at right centre-back and allow him to use his experience. But the downside is that if Vinicius does actually get around him, he's going to eat Aspie up for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Because if Aspie's experience isn't sufficient enough to keep Vinicius at bay, then he's going to find space. He's going to run past him multiple times. And we will more than likely suffer the same consequence as we did in the first leg. So that's a risk. Do we play Chalobah? I believe Chalobah for pace would actually be able to keep up with Vinicius Jr., but with Chalobah, there's a risk. Inexperience this time. Shirt pulling. Needless tackles. Poor positioning. Little things like that. So is it just best to stick with Christensen and give him an opportunity again? Give him another chance? I think Tuchel is going to see it that way. And I think Tuchel's going to be picking this back 3 again. In terms of the wing backs, I was going to say full backs. I've been watching Man City Liverpool yesterday. What a game, by the way. But those are two teams that operate with full backs. And it's magnificent to see. Reece James, right wing back, without question. And I think he's going to be key. But he has to make sure that he's coming back to defend and assist when he has to. Because we know if we concede 1, it's dead. So Reece James defending, hopefully he'll be there, as I'm sure he will. Going forward, he needs to be pinging those crosses into the box like he's never pinged anything in his life. Because we know Real Madrid in the air, defensively, not so great. Not so great. They're all right, but not so great. And that's an area where we can try and exploit. So Reece James needs to get involved tomorrow, and hopefully he will. Left wing back, we go to Alonso. Yeah, Azpilicueta, no. We go to Alonso. Yes, he has his flaws, he has his weaknesses, but in terms of who do we have? There is no one else that we can possibly play there. Played against Southampton, got a goal. Maybe that's going to boost his confidence and get him going a little bit. And if he does the same tomorrow against Madrid, happy days. So for me, Alonso needs to be playing in that left wing back role. We don't really have any other alternative. In the midfield position, we'll go over two. Kante, Kovacic. I think that's a given. I think 99.9% of you are all going to agree with that. Kovacic, we know what he brings. Kante, hopefully doesn't put in a stinker like he did in the first leg. Against Southampton, he looked good. They both had control of the game. Hopefully they do the same here, because we're going to need to control the game. We're going to need to create chances. We're going to need to score. So Kante, Kovacic, for me, are the two to go to. Now this is interesting. The Southampton game brought out one quality here, or one way that I feel like we need to take advantage of. I'm going to tell you this now. Mason Mount in the middle. So, in terms of playing a 3, I wouldn't play a 3 with wing forwards. I wouldn't do that. I would play Mace in behind the striker or strikers, because, for example, against Southampton, in that role in the middle, he looked comfortable. He looked like he knew what he was doing. He was able to distribute very well. He was coming deep to assist the midfield, which is some case what we might need tomorrow. He was being able to attack. He was taking shots from the edge of the box. He scored from that role. He was assisting. He was getting involved with some really nice passes in between the lines. Great. Why stick him on the wing and just tell him to run like a headless chicken, or press, mate? Can you just press for the entire game? That would be great. No. Clearly, since he's shaving his head and he's not playing with his hair anymore, he's got some attributes that he can use in behind the striker. So tomorrow, we need goals. Pack the middle of the pitch out. Let's try and control it down the middle, and let's get Mason going. Now, if we're going to do that, it would mean that we play with 2 strikers, and that would mean Werner and Havertz, because you can't have a winger, Havertz up top by himself, and the other side just empty, because I would play Mason in the middle. I think that would be best. So Havertz and Werner together, again, we need goals. So it would probably be beneficial to have 2 strikers rather than 1. Werner, who's on confidence now, fingers crossed, after the performance against Southampton. He hit the post about a gazillion times. One of them fell to Havertz and he scored. Try and carry that forward. Right now, we need to try and use what's going for us. And it's as simple as that. For that, I think it's going to be worth it. Werner, the one concern I have with Timo is I don't think he's going to be finding as much space as he did against Southampton, which is in the back of my head and is telling me in that case, play Pulisic or play Ziyech. But I think with Mason in the middle, Werner, just go out there and try and score. Just try and take your chances. If you know where the goal is, you know where the goal is, just put it there. That's all I'm asking for. I don't care how you do it. I don't care if you have a stinker of a game, you put in 1 or 2 and the rest of your game is abysmal. I don't care, right? Tomorrow we need a result. We need a result. We need goals. So just take it to them. Take them, stick the sword to them, put the pressure on, go all out, believe. You have nothing to lose, wounded lion mentality, and let's just see what happens. So that would be my starting 11. And in terms of a score prediction, I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm going to be transparent. I've seen Jan, Football Therapy. Make sure you check him out. Do a video on this, and he's optimistic. He's like, yes. He gave 5 reasons why Chelsea are going to get the result, and we're going to go through. I've seen George on his channel, Benson, say, I'm optimistic. We're going to win. We're going to do this. Yeah? I love it. Going into this game, that's the sort of mentality that you need. On this channel, I like to be real with you guys. And as optimistic as I do believe I am, to an extent, because on the day, you never know. That's the truth. You never know. We might actually go there and score 3 in the first half. You never know. Trust me, after what I've seen in the past few weeks, right, both at club and international level, believe me, everything's possible. So we can get a result. It's a big mountain to climb, though. I do want to make that clear. We need to score 2, keep a clean sheet, and that's just to take it to extra time. So we need to go out there, as I've said, all guns blazing, nothing to lose. My head is telling me we might win 1-0, might be 1-1. It'll still be too short. My heart is telling me we're going to go and do it. My heart is telling me we are going to go and do it. We're going to get 2 early goals, and then we'll see what happens. But we will be going through. We'll see. We'll see who wins tomorrow. My head or my heart. We'll see. Anyway, watch along tomorrow. We'll be here live on this channel. So make sure you are tuned in for it as we watch the game together. And hopefully Chelsea get the result. Make sure you leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Your predictions, your thoughts. You can be as real as you want. Do you believe it's going to happen? Do you not? Put it in the comments. I want to see where all of you are at. And yeah, put your words of encouragement down below to make us all feel a little better. It's the hope that kills you with Chelsea, innit? I would have come into this game going, we're not going to do it. But then we beat Southampton 6-0 and all of a sudden we believe. The life of a Chelsea fan, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. Roller coaster, heart attack FC. It never stops, you know. You got to have fitness to be a Chelsea fan. Let me tell you this now. You got to have good cardio. You got to be in good condition. If not, you won't take it. So tomorrow we'll see what we go through. It's gonna be crazy. Anyway, I'll see all of you tomorrow. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash like button if you've enjoyed this. Don't forget to leave me your thoughts below. And yeah, watch along tomorrow. After the watch along, match review as always. So I will see all of you tomorrow. Have a good one, people. See you tomorrow. Take care and peace.